He assumes that modern war is different from war in all other times.
Well, that's true. We have technology.
I think, how many of these make that point anyway? Or was it just Churchill that was speaking of it and separately?
None of them really address that. Oh, except bureaucracies in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
we need to
and the long-range war weapons.
Yeah, see, we have long-range weapons, we have detached warfare, it's all...
And it changed really most recently because it used to be the most efficient method was to stand in a line, fire your weapons, and reload.
And hope that yours worked.
You have to look in the face of the enemy instead of just pushing a button like
that's a weakness in 3, because that is fairly recent, and they didn't
remember,
have...
our books
Okay,
are...
so that
the
being
books,
one.
Huh?
What's the that you're talking about?
3, he didn't address it, and it's fairly recent.
Okay,
This
so
book was copyrighted a really long time ago. Okay,
like
copyrighted...
60 something?
This one was
We still had
copyrighted
long-range
in 83,
Yeah,
so...
we still had long-range missiles.
We did, but some of these are really old. I'll look up...
Because one of the things that you have is throughout history, Egyptians, they marched with chariots. It was hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
You go up through the Romans and the Greeks, same thing. You got into a line with a couple thousand soldiers behind you.
Even Civil War.
You just look at like a Lord of the Rings battle.
That's it. That's how. Even
Lord
Civil
of the
War.
Rings.
Civil War. You stood in a line. You fired your guns.
Yeah.
Unless you used guerrilla warfare tactics, which was new.
That was completely new.
Yes.
But you still had to look in the face of your enemy. They just couldn't see you.
Instead of being like when he said being
Or George Washington. He was fighting. He said, "All right, so we're right. They're gonna fire. We want everyone to drop." They fire over everybody. What?
I said that was new.
Yeah, that was a new tactic. Everyone drops. You get up, then you fire. Those are all in the last 200 years.
Yes.
It's about 4:30 right now.
Face to face with
Okay.
your...
Yeah.
4:30.
And not only were you face to
So
face,
yeah.
but like for
I
the
can,
Civil War,
I can
the
probably
gunpowder
stick
was
to
so
number 4,
thick
5.
that when like George
And then I
Washington and his troops or whoever
Regular.
dropped,
Regulate.
they couldn't
Oh,
see that their
yeah.
enemy had
Well,
dropped because of the
regulate.
gunpowder.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now,
that does
since
say
our technology
Julius. I
is
thought
so
it said
great,
I have a question.
if somebody
Will you
dropped,
continue
Water.
recording
They
this
would
and
aim
get this to me
down.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
it wouldn't save our butts to drop anymore.
8 gigs.
Oh, it was this one,
An extra 4.
2.3 was copyrighted in a magazine in 82. They should have addressed it.
Yeah, they should have addressed it.
They should have addressed which?
Modern
The
warfare.
yeah. So we
Right, well, but that's not really key in this point.
No, it's not.
You have scapegoats regardless of your tactic of warfare, or your...
The scapegoats were the English invading our lands and forcing us to quarter troops.
You have the
So, I
me
mean,
against my brother until
Hello,
it's
Mrs.
my
Buffet.
brother and I against my father, and then my father and my brother against our uncle until the
That's
4 of
all
us go against the second cousin, and then it's the village against
the family
Right.
against the village against...
tribe. Yes, until you have
Alright,
you know,
it'll probably be
all of the
Saturday
Muslim
sometime in
world
the
against the
morning.
Christian world, and then the big aliens come down.
Yes, I think so. I'll be around.
Keep going.
The last Israeli versus the last Palestinian comic.
Alright.
Their graves behind both of them,
What was that?
and they run at each other with shovels.
Oh, it was great. It was so much
Yeah.
fun.
What else comes up?
Okay, 5.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I had enough for dinner and everything, so.
Defeat came to aggressors in all
Well, thank you
major
very
20th
much
century
again.
wars.
Hold on.
Time out. Jalili, you just wrote Modern Warfare. Were you meaning to write something after it?
I was. Modern warfare is
It's
different.
different, yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Naya. I was looking at
Alright, well, I'll
You
shoot
write
for.
that. But it just says Modern Warfare.
Okay, I'll shoot for about 10 or 11.
Thank you.
Bye.
Impersonal.
Good war.
Yeah.
Wait, what
You
is
know
that
how we said we
after
should think of
is?
words and then write them down to use them later?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Good job, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Not
Or
in our
maybe
class.
it was Christopher.
Okay,
Wait,
I
is
have
that a
on here
a normal? What is
an
it?
office. It's very string.
Okay.
The good news is if we get something here wrong, we'll all get it wrong together.
Yay! That makes me.
Okay, so
I shoot you for that comment.
That's the most ridiculous.
That's why I shoot him for
okay,
his
war
comment.
is a human sickness, but we do not learn. Those who instigate war do not win.
Oh, that was
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it says here,
we don't learn from that.
Aggressors in all major 20th century wars were defeated.
Wow.
Or didn't get anywhere.
All I can think of is Germany.
They
This is 20th
lost.
century. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's
They
the
were
20th century. It's okay, man.
Lost. That's the... And then Vietnam, we didn't go anywhere. Korean War, we kind of achieved our objective.
No, we didn't.
We got the line.
Yeah, we got the line and then they went around.
The Cold War, we didn't die.
No, but
Well,
we had
nobody-
nukes
We
flying
didn't
around.
really
Yeah.
we weren't really aggressive there.
We were just
We did push the Russians out of Afghanistan after we armed
The
them.
Bay
We
of
didn't, like-
Pigs.
We weren't aggressors, the Russians were.
No, the Russians in Afghanistan.
Hey, I know what that's about now. It's Cuba. And we invaded Cuba, and then he's like, dang it, I messed up, and he had to go away.
What?
I know what you're
I
talking
studied
about,
that
even
today.
if Blake
I
doesn't.
studied that today, and I was really
What
proud
are
of
you
myself.
talking about?
Bay
Bay
of
of
Pigs.
Pigs.
Oh.
Cuba, that's the main word.
Do you
for
hear
that entire brand.
And now you say Bay of Pigs, and I think I have the lyrics to "We Didn't Start the Fire" in my head. Bay of Pigs invasion, Florence of Arabia. Do you know it? Oh, people need to know that.
White noise.
Okay. That's fun.
Good job, Caitlin.
Thank you, Monica.
So you must be crazy
That
to
was
start a
me.
war.
Okay, so aggressors
Yeah.
in all major 20th century
Is that
wars.
experienced or
Yes.
explored after have?
Experienced.
Okay.
I've experienced negligible / no success. Success, whatever. I don't need another word.
No, they've had success.
Oh, okay,
They just
so
have
what,
not won.
Have not.
They're defeated.
They are defeated.
Well, okay.
Because think about Germany. They had a lot of success. They took over unbelievable amounts of territory.
Ultimate success.
Okay.
I just thought of something. The fact that we can't stop our violence, even though we've had bad consequences from it, makes it like human nature because we can't stop what
It
we're
is
doing.
inescapable.
I know, we can't avoid it even no matter how much we screw
I mean, like,
ourselves.
How much is there for this one, or is that good enough for to start
I'm just
discussing?
having mental connections.
we
I
have
need to
a lot.
voice it out
I
loud.
have a lot for 5.
Okay.
So let me keep reading. Peace through equality is more sustainable. Relative coexisting security provides security. Relative coexisting insecurity provides security. So if everyone's unhappy, people feel secure. You know, it may not be a good thing, but at least they're not the only ones suffering.
If we're wrong together.
Yes.
Okay.
Personalities of leaders are different. They have a psychological sense of empowerment, and they feel this need to control the people who are cliche sheep. And
Mine says it's a mental illness of people with power.
yes,
Yes.
it is. And the only thing that cures it is war. So you have to go through the motions of war in order
To get cured of war.
yes.
Well,
What was that?
now I think of Hitler. He ended
It's not
up
my
committing
phone.
suicide.
It's definitely not my cell phone.
Delusion is a huge thing. We got the 4.
Yeah,
It was like
everyone expects victory after a brief campaign.
Yes, but take the War of 1898 for example. Everyone was just giddy because we won so instantaneously, and that was we were largely disillusioned with war efforts after that because we had had that spoiling of the War of 1898 in Spain.
Ooh.
You know the point we're violent and weren't happy together, that thing?
Uh-huh.
Pearl Harbor. We were all like down and out because they just bombed us and obliterated our naval force, yet we were united and together.
So yeah, well that comes in. We have the common.
And then victory together,
Yeah.
Battle of
As long as
Midway.
you have a common enemy,
You're happy.
you are more satisfied or less likely to become dissatisfied.
Ooh, that sounds like Orwell.
Okay, I have another
We
point.
could use
War will
him,
start
right?
over an enemy's perceived strength, and war will end when we know their strength.
Okay.
Say that again.
War will start over the enemy's perceived strength, and the war ends when we know their real strength.
So
So for
as soon
perceived-
as
So
a
that no
country
one-
thinks that they can defeat the other country,
It
Yeah,
will
you don't go to war with
And then
someone you think you're going to lose
Nuclear
against.
war will happen when we think that it can